This is a quick guide for Brimstone quick drop lineups for Fracture. All of the lineups are based on your crosshair and allow you to play close with your team. A glass plant for this first set of lineups. This first lineup will be from A main. Hug this back wall and peek until you can see this box in the gap. Aim just at the top of this orange box between the gap. You can over peek this one until you see the entire box and you will still hit the spike. From the top of ropes, we want to move until we can see the blue back wall. We want to aim at the side of the glass box up in line with this box in heaven. You can move to the left until there is a gap between the boxes and you will still hit the spike. Now from below ropes, we want to hug this back wall here and aim on the back wall as far left as you can and aim just over the blue section of the wall. As long as you can see the back wall, you will still hit the spike. In A link, we want to hug this front wall. Aim along this metal line and just to the left of the wall in hell. This will take 2.3 seconds to land. In drop, get into this close corner. Peek out until you can see the doorway. Aim at the far left of the top of the dorm frame. For the height, aim at the middle of the frame's top beam. As long as you can see this spot, you're going to hit the spike. The second lineup in the back corner is more precise. Aim at this light metal corner, then jump and shoot the molly at the top of your jump. I prefer to aim just a bit higher before jumping as it allows you more air in your jump shoot timing. A corner plant for the second set. The first corner lineup is from main. We want to hug this wall next to the stacked boxes and peek until we can see this light on the wall in heaven. You can over peek this a lot and still hit it, but at this point you're going to be so exposed that you're better off aiming at the metal line above the spike. Up in ropes, we want to move into this corner, then slide until there's a gap to see the back wall. Aim at the light metal above the dark metal here. If you shoot this from below ropes, hug the back wall and aim at the top of the door in the gap. And yes, the molly covers this corner. Now in A link, we want to hug the back wall this time. Aim at the top of the blue section of the wall directly above this metal square. You will see that you can aim slightly lower and still hit the spike, but this is still a high precision line. Up and drop, we will get into this close corner again and peek until you can see this dark line above this metal square. Keep in mind that this is a higher precision lineup as well because it will max out the distance of the molly. My favorite molly for A is for defense, especially pistol round. Start the round in this corner under ropes. You will need to aim in line with the middle of this triangle and the top of the structure. I suggest pre-aiming and smoking like this the second that the round starts. Immediately shoot your molly. You may get some great damage and potentially a kill to start off your game. The third set is going to be from B default. In tower, hug the right side wall and move forward until you can see the middle of the letter B on the back wall. Aim at the height of the center of the B along the line right before the letter. You can move until you can see the full letter B and you'll still hit the spike. In arcade, we will hug the left hand wall and move forward until you can see this shadow where the two boxes intersect at the top. Aim just off of the shadow and shoot. You can move until you can almost see the edge of the box and still hit the spike. From link, we want to hug the front wall and peek until you can see this vertical beam. Keep in line with it and aim down onto the lowest beam, then shoot. If you are hugging the back wall, then do the same thing except aim until you are just above the top of the vertical beam. Behind generator, we want to move along the back wall to the right until this vertical beam has a diagonal beam. Again, keep in line with the vertical beam and now aim down to the bottom of this line of generator. You can see in the second clip, you can move until you are almost past the glass and you'll still hit the spike. In Canteen, go into this corner by glass. Move to the right until you can see both of these lights on top. Then aim at the right light and fire. You can move a bit further to the right and you will still be fine. Now from main close in this corner, peek until you can see this triangle of wall past the beam and shoot at it. As long as you are not able to see the light on the wall, you will still hit the spike. Now from main long against this wall, we want to move left and aim at the top right corner of this light gray box. Moving too far on this one could mess it up, because you run the risk of hitting those top beams. B boxes plant for the last set. In tower, we want to hug the left wall this time and move forward until we can see this faint green line. Aim along this line on the wall. We want to aim in line with this green mark on the wall and on this vertical line. Aiming at this intersection is fine, but it covers less area. In arcade, we will hug the right wall this time and move until you can see the two triangles on the wall. Aim in the middle of the bottom of these two triangles. If you move a bit too forward, you will still hit the spike. From Link, we want to hug the front wall again and peek until we can see the top left corner of this box by the tree. And again, moving too far on this one will not mess it up. From Generator, make sure that you are behind the box marked 1. Aim at the bottom of this line on the lights and you will hit the spike in 2.7 seconds. Keep in mind this is a higher precision lineup. In Canteen, get into this corner, then move back until you see this green line of the box behind. Aim at the bottom of the green line and shoot. As long as you can see this green line, you will have a quick 1.6 second volley. Because Canteen is a frequently smoked spot, if you are smoked off like this, you will want to ping right off the corner of this box, not on the box. Aim right above your ping and you will hit the spike perfectly. Now from close of A main, get into this corner and aim along this dark line above Canteen. Aim on the far left of the wall and shoot. You can move a bit further along the back wall and still hit the spike. This last lineup is from main long. Hug this wall again and move until you can see the bottom corner of this triangle. Aim at the corner and shoot. Just don't move past where you can see the whole triangle and you'll still hit the spike. Here's a summary of the lineups. Good luck!